Hello everyone, it's Josh from TradingPriceAction.com. In today's video I'm going to be bringing you the week ahead for the week of December 1st through December 6th. So as you know, it's the new month and I'm pretty excited. As you guys probably know, last month in November was a pretty rough trading month for me in terms of winning and losing trades, as I actually did come out profitable for the month of November. I don't know how, but in terms of wins and losses of trading, it was a rough month for me. So I'm hoping to turn it around in December, and I'm really excited to have a clean slate of trading, no wins and losses for the month of December, and I'm really looking to have a good month this month. So let's get started on today's week on the week ahead video and get this week started off right. So today we're going to be looking at 10 currency pairs, 4 charts on the 4-hour charts, 4-hour time frame, and 6 charts on the 6 charts on the daily time frame. Excuse me, that was a tongue twister. Okay, so let's get started. So the first currency pair is the British pound Swiss franc on the 4-hour chart. Now on this one, what we're going to be looking at is, we see this line right here is a major support and resistance zone. We see right here, prices respected it, hit it with the wick, went down. Right here, prices hit it, went down. Bunch of prices in here hit it, and then just recently with the last big bullish bar that formed, broke through this resistance zone, and it's now a resistance turned support zone. What we're looking for now is for prices to come over down here, retest this broken resistance turned support zone, and print a bullish price action trade setup. In that case, we'll be looking to go long. That's the ideal thing that we're going to be looking for. One good thing about this, if you see right here, prices were stuck within this zone right here, or within this box, and what I really like about how when prices are stuck in a box and come out of the box, one of the best things that we should be looking for when prices are stuck in this box, bust out of this box right here, the best thing we can look for is for price to retest the top of this box right here and print a bullish price action trade setup like I was talking about. That is a very high quality trade setup to look for. That's exactly what I'll be looking for this week when the market opens up. We'll be looking for a bullish price action trade setup to form right in this area right here. So that's it for the British pound Swiss franc. Next we're going to head on over to the European Canadian dollar on the 4-hour chart as well. And as you can see here, I marked this resistance zone with this red line right here. And if we take a look, back here in October, prices hit this resistance zone, came up, hit it, and then came right back down. Now prices are back up at the same resistance zone, and we're going to be looking for one of two trade scenarios that could possibly unfold in the upcoming week. The first trading scenario is going to be if prices respect this resistance zone. In that case, we're going to be looking for a little bit go down and then a pull back right in this area and retest this area, this resistance zone. When it retests this resistance zone, we're going to be looking for a bearish price action trade setup to form, rejecting this resistance zone, and then we're going to be looking to short this right here. I feel like this is a good possibility. This trade scenario is a good possibility, as you see the same thing happen here, and we could really expect the same thing to happen right here. But if the resistance zone gets broken, in that case what we're going to be looking for is for price to come up, break through the resistance zone right here, and then come back up and retest where it broke through the resistance zone and is now a new support zone. We're going to be looking for a bullish price action trade setup to reject this support zone and look to go long right here. This is more of an ideal trade setup, because if we zoom out, let's see, go to the daily, weekly, as you can see on this weekly chart, this is zoomed out weekly chart right here. Actually, I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, if we see, if prices get respected, if this resistance zone gets respected, we're trading down here. And when we trade down in this area, we're going to be running into all these minor support and resistance zones all the way down here that could really interfere with this trade moving down. Now, if this resistance zone gets broken right here, and we'll enter on this pullback and look to go long right here, not only would we be trading with the trend, we'd also have all this open space right here to trade freely. Nice big open space that would not interfere with any trades right here if we went long. So that's one advantage to trading long on this currency pair right here, and why I'd prefer to go long and for this resistance zone get broken instead of this resistance zone getting prices respecting the resistance zone and going short. I would rather break through the resistance zone and go long. So that's it on the European Canadian dollar. Next is another European currency pair, and that is the European British pound. On this one, we see that I have marked a resistance zone right here with this red line, because wick touch right here, wick touch right here, and then same thing right here, a bunch of wick touches and prices sitting right on this resistance zone, or right on this support zone, should I say. And then just on Thursday and Friday, prices broke through this support zone and closed beneath this support zone. Now that prices have closed beneath this support zone, the support zone has turned into a resistance zone. Since that has happened, now we're looking for a pullback, and then we're looking to go short. Let's move this up here so we can get a better look. Okay, so we're looking for price to pull back to the broken support term resistance zone, and then form a bearish price action trade setup, rejecting this resistance zone right here. That's what we're looking for. Excuse me. Another thing that is good about this trade, as you can see, it's in a pretty good downtrend at the moment. So if we get it on this pullback with the downtrend, it'd be a very good looking trade setup to enter on. Let's move this back down here, and that's it for the European British pound. For the last currency pair on the 4-hour charts, we're going to be looking at the US dollar Canadian dollar. Now, I'm really liking this trade setup right here, because we can see prices were stuck inside this box right here, and have just recently busted out of this box and have closed above this resistance zone as well as above this box right here. So it broke out of this little range it was in and is now ready, what it looks like is ready to continue up in its uptrend right here. So what we're going to be looking for is for prices couple bars, and then for prices to continue down, hit this support zone, and look to print a bear or bullish price action trade setup in this area, rejecting the new support zone, and then we're going to look to go long and continue and get in on this pullback to continue the uptrend right here upwards and get into that trade right there. So that's what we're going to be looking for on the US dollar Canadian dollar, and that wraps it up for the 4-hour time frame. Now let's head on over to the daily time frame, where we're going to be looking at a total another 6 currency pairs. Excuse me. So the first currency pair we're going to be looking at is the British pound US dollar. Now this is by far my favorite trade setup this week, and something that I'm going to be really paying close attention to all week, because I feel like there's going to be a really good trade setup forming on this chart in the near future. So as you know, I've also been paying close attention to this chart in the past week aheads and the currency spotlights. I've been really following along and watching this currency pair closely, waiting for prices to retest this area right here. So let me tell you why I'm looking for price to retest that area. As you can see right here, I marked at the bottom. This bottom red line is this bottom of this range right here, and this top red line is the top of this range. And this yellow box right here represents the box that prices were stuck in for a while. As you can see, prices went into this box, hit the top of this range, went to the bottom of the range, hit the bottom, shot back up, hit the top, shot back down, hit the bottom again, and have now busted through the top of the range. And what we're looking for now is for price to pull back, retest this top of this box or the top of the range, and print a bullish price action trade setup and then we're going to be looking to go long right here. That's going to be ideal trade setup right there, and something I'm going to be stalking and looking for as the trade progresses throughout the week, or as the week progresses. I'm going to be looking for this trade setup right here. Now, if that happens, it's going to form just a perfect and ideal trade setup that I'm really looking forward to entering if a bullish price action trade setup forms, rejecting the top of this box in the support zone. So I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on that. I would suggest that you do that as well. Moving on, we're going to move on to the Canadian dollar yen on the daily chart. Now what we have here is prices are nearing a major resistance zone right here. I say that because right here you see prices respecting this resistance zone. Prices respected it right here. Had a little bit of resistance through here as well as right here. So we have support and resistance all throughout this area on the chart, and prices are nearing this area on the chart again. So we're going to be looking for one of two trading scenarios to happen on this currency pair. The first one is if prices come straight up here, get stopped by this resistance zone, and form a bearish price action trade setup, which we will enter short. The next one is if prices go right on through this resistance zone, bust right through this area, and then pull back and retest this area. We're going to be looking to go long right here. That's going to be the ideal scenario because you can see all this right here. If we went short from this area, would interfere with the trade moving down. So what we're going to be looking for is to go long where there's a lot of open space up here, which would let the trade run freely. Now let's take a look at the US dollar Singapore dollar. And here we see we have another major key area on a chart that's getting close, where prices are getting close to. We see we have support throughout here, support and resistance right there. Now right here prices are getting really close to this key area right here. So we're going to be looking for, again, one of two trading scenarios. Either this resistance zone holds, or prices break through the resistance zone. So in the case that resistance zone holds, what we're looking for is to come up right here, test this resistance zone right here, and form a bearish price action trade setup, which we will enter short. Now if the resistance zone gets broken, which I would expect it to do because you can see it's a new trend getting formed, going up, pull back, going up, hopefully go through this resistance zone, pull back, and then look to go long right there off a bullish price action trade setup right in that area. That's going to be the ideal thing we're looking for on the US dollar Singapore dollar daily chart. Now we're going to head on over to the British pound New Zealand dollar. And what we have here is similar to the British pound US dollar, where prices have recently broke through a major resistance zone, as you can see right here. And right here are both areas on the chart where prices respected this area before and shot back down, but this time prices went right through this resistance zone and closed above it. Now what we're looking for is a pullback to where this resistance zone used to be and the new support is, and form a bullish price action trade setup to go long. That's going to be what we're going to be looking for on the British pound New Zealand dollar. The next currency pair is going to be the Canadian dollar Swiss franc. Now on this, we zoom out a little bit, we can see first thing that I want to point out is that this market is in a current downtrend. So ideally we're going to be looking to short this pair. But so right now we see that prices hit this area before, came down and shot back up. Prices are right in this area again. So this is almost forming a double bottom if this resistance zone holds. So what we're going to be looking for is for prices to come up here, get respected, prices respect this resistance zone, and then pull back and form a bullish price action trade setup to go long. In that case, that is when the resistance zone gets respected. Now in the case that the resistance zone gets broken, we're going to look for it to come down here, hit this area, form a bearish price action trade setup this time, and then look to go short right there. That's what I'm gonna be looking for, is to short this pair. So we'll have the market's trend, giving it some momentum to continue downward, and it'll get us into this trade with the trend behind us to give us some power and some momentum to keep pushing the prices down, instead of fighting against the market's momentum and going long right here. It'd be easier and more profitable if we could short this pair right here. So then let's move this back down here, and let's take a look at the last currency pair for the week ahead. So the currency pair is New Zealand dollar, US dollar, and this is another really high quality trade scenario that could be unfolding in the near future. We see that prices are sitting right on a major support and resistance zone on this in this chart. We see right here, price respected it, right here, and all throughout here, and possibly even if we go back, all throughout here prices respect to this area, and all throughout here prices respect to this area. Maybe if we go back even, look at this. This is a major spot or area on this chart. Look at all through here, prices just sitting on this support zone, respecting this area on the chart. Same right here. We got wick touches throughout here, respected, and respected all throughout here. So this is a major key area on this chart. So depending on what prices do when it hits this area is going to tell us how our plan of attack is going to be on this chart. So the first scenario is going to be if prices respect this support zone. If prices respect this support zone, we're going to look for a bounce right here and then a continuation upwards right there. That's going to be our trade scenario if this support zone is respected, and in that case we're going to be looking for a bullish price action trade setup to go long. Now, if this support zone gets broken, what we're going to be looking for gets broken, and then once it gets broken, we're going to be looking for a slight pullback and retest of this resistance zone, of this support turn resistance zone. In that case, we're going to be looking for a bullish or a bearish price action trade setup to go short. Now this is more of the ideal scenario, since we'll have the recent downtrend of the market giving us the momentum to continue downwards, as well as this wide open space right here instead of all this right here, which would possibly interfere. Now we have this stuff over here, but this is farther away than right here if we were to go long. So you see all this open space right here. This is what we're looking for right here. We don't want all this traffic right here, which could interfere with our trade going long. We want this right here. If we go short, we'll have the momentum of the market with the downtrend, as well as open space to the left. So we're going to be looking ideally to short this, but either way, this area on the chart is a very key area, as well as a very round number of 81 right there. So this is a very key area on the chart, and something we should really be paying attention to when the market opens up, and see how prices react to this area on the chart. So that wraps up for the week ahead for the first week of December, for December 1st to December 6th. Also guys, on tomorrow, December 2nd, is going to be the launch of our membership site. I'm really excited to get that going. I really am excited to get in there and start really teaching people price action and guiding them along their way to become profitable traders. It's something I'm really excited to do. I've been really excited to do this for the last couple months now, and I'm just really excited to get that going. So remember, the membership starts tomorrow, and if you haven't already signed up for my newsletter, do that, and you'll receive a discount when you sign up for the membership. You'll receive pretty much a newsletter discount. And remember, to get that discount, I'll be sending that out in the email. So if you want that discount, remember to keep checking your email tomorrow night when the membership site launches to get your discount code that you can use to get your discount when you become a member. So I highly suggest doing that if you aren't already a member. But that's it for today's today's week ahead video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know by leaving a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this video and the week ahead. And what do you guys think about the charts that I highlighted today? What do you guys think is the best currency pair that we should be watching? And is there a currency pair that I didn't highlight that you are going to be watching this upcoming week? Just let me know. I love reading you guys' comments, so anything you guys write, I'll definitely read and reply to. But until then, safe trading, you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.